Welcome to the Gatekeepers Podcast with Billy Grove, where the fence world gets real, raw, and unfiltered. Billy's not just an industry leader, he's a hands-on pro who knows what it takes to build quality fences and strong teams. So grab a cold one, settle in, and get ready for straight talk about the trade. Today's show is brought to you by Mr. Fence Academy, National Metal Industries, J.C. Gurry Signs and Decals, and Orlando Hinge Company. If you're looking to hit the next level in your fence company, check out Mr. Fence Academy. Real fencers, real job sites, real training equals real results. And now, live from the Mr. Fence Academy studios, here's your host, Billy Grove.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Gatekeepers Podcast. It is your host here, Billy Grove, as you heard in the intro, and we have a great show lined up for you guys this week. We got Mr. Matt Warner on, the one, the only. But first and foremost, we can't skip this every single time. We got to give huge thanks to our sponsors who make this thing go round week in and week out. First and foremost, if you're looking to up the level of your fence company, whether it be the business side or the installation side, go check out MrFenceAcademy.com. And even if you don't join the academy, get yourself to a training and get yourself some gold nuggets. Secondly, we have National Metal Industries, guys. They just dropped a new line of aluminum hand railing. It comes in, I do believe, 3 foot wide and 6 foot wide sections, and no, 3 foot tall, 4 foot wide, and 6 foot wide sections. Comes in 3 different colors. Go check them out at www.nmifence.com. Thirdly, we have our good friends over here at J.C. Gurry, guys. If you're still looking for the right people to print your fence signs, look no further. Go check them out at www.jcgurry.com. All the signs come with Mylar lamination, looking good 10 years down the road. Last but not least, we have Orlando Hinge Company, aka the Swan Hinge, guys. If you're still struggling with uphill swing gates, making nasty cuts, making gates not match up for double drives, go check out www.swanhinge.com. All of my sponsors, I actually have products from and use on the daily. I love Orlando Hinge Company. The Swan Hinge absolutely works every single time. But boom, there it is. Thank you guys so much for sponsoring the show. And how was everybody's week, man? I hope everybody put some fence in the ground, kicked some ass, collect some checks, and was safe. And yeah, man, drop a comment below. Let us know that you're watching. If you have a question drop it down in the comment section in the chat. And
Are you on? Uh-oh. I think something went wrong. Are you there? Can you hear me? It worked a little bit ago. I heard they go and then it went blank. Uh-oh. I think I'm on the right one. Can you hear me all right? You can hear me? I can't hear you. You want to start over? Take 2. It's kind of like building a fence. You just never know what's going to happen. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm on. Hey, just so everybody knows, we muted Billy. I see J.C. Gurry basically said, Billy, you're not on. I'm on. So I'm going to run the show. Everybody, this is I just hijacked the Gatekeeper show. Welcome. I hope everybody had a really good week. The weather here in Nebraska has been outstanding. And, are you back? Nope. I don't hear you. but apparently they can hear me, right? Can you guys hear me? Somebody comment. I think they can hear me. Should I dance? Should I do a little dance? I cannot hear you. Nothing. Unless it's me.
What about now?
Ah, there you go.
All
You're
right,
on.
there we go. Okay. Are you using a Rodecaster too?
No.
No? Okay. Sometimes whenever we're both using Roadcasters, it like cancels one of them out on StreamYard. So I was just kind of curious. All right.
Nope.
Well, as long as we're back on, everybody can hear me. I see my awesome friends, Mark and Mary, are watching. They always tell me that my audio is gone when it happens. So thank you guys for letting me know. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. I love this. This is awesome. And I do the JC Gary people are so nice to me every time we run to them. One time I ran into him in Reno, and boy, we had a hoot. So those people are awesome people. So you have some good sponsors there. But that's awesome. I'm good.
Thank you, man. So how was your past 7 days?
Really good. So I went to Moab and jumped off of a 500-foot cliff, and that was awesome. And I did that to kind of push myself out of my comfort zone. In business, I think that we have to constantly be trying to lift that lid. Okay, so there's a thing about fleas. If you take a bunch of fleas and you put them in a jar, you put the lid on it, the fleas will jump up and hit that lid.
Right.
And eventually you can take that lid off and they won't ever jump out because that's all the higher they think they can jump. Well,
right.
Leadership is a lot like the same way. If we're not constantly lifting our lid, and John Maxwell calls it the leadership lid, if we're not trying to get from an 8 to a 9, a 9 to a 10, a 10 to 11, 11 to a 12, then we will eventually not be able to get any higher. And the people underneath us won't be able to get any higher either. So
right.
I wanted to push myself. So I said, you know what? I called up my good friend, Josh Rand. I said, Josh, I saw last year you jumped off of a 500-foot cliff and did the world's largest rope swing. I want to go do that.
Okay.
And so I went to Moab. I drove out there. I committed. I thought I was all in, and I learned a lot about myself because if for anybody out there that's seen my video, I put it out there on TikTok, and I had it in a couple different places. Maybe I'll post it on my Facebook account. But when I got all the way to the edge, I had the harness on, and it wasn't until they went click on the harness that I realized, okay, I got to jump off this cliff.
Right.
And it's 500 feet. So in Omaha, there's a building that's 440 feet tall. The state capitol in Nebraska is 419 foot tall. So it's like 100 foot higher than the tallest building in Nebraska.
That's crazy. How was that experience?
It was, I learned a lot about myself, and I learned that I've got to constantly be pushing myself. Now, this was just one thing I did. And by the way, if you're coming to Fence Tech, I'm going to be speaking on this subject about pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and how complacency just kills progress. And we cannot get complacent, and we cannot have our team complacent. And success is not finite. Business is not finite. There's always the next level, right? It's not like a game where there's a clock that runs out at the end, we tape score. And by the way, you're not really even competing against your competitors. You're competing against the best version you were yesterday. So you have to constantly be pushing yourself to this next level. And I felt like I was starting to get a little bit complacent in my leadership, even though I'm doing mastermind, I'm reading books. I got a whole slew of books here. I'll show you this real quick. Look at all the books.
Wow.
I got and those are just Oh, that's probably doesn't make for a good podcast when I do that. Does it?
No, man, it's awesome. It's awesome.
All over the place. But, and I feel like I'm constantly getting better at leadership. But I felt like I was starting to get complacent in the ability to lead.
Right.
So I wanted to go push myself. And then when I got done with that, I basically spent 3 days driving around the desert with Josh Rand. We camped out. We slept in our Broncos. We talked business strategy. We talked life strategy. We talked relationships. We talked marriage. We talked kids. We talked business. We covered it all. It was just one-on-one, him and I. And I'm a huge Josh Rand fan. I think he's one of my closer friends that I have. He's a guy that I can literally call tomorrow, and I can count on him to show up. So him and we went together, and I think it was really awesome. I hope he enjoyed it as much as I did. I think he did. Him and I both jumped off that cliff together. He went first, I went second, and it was a hell of an experience. And that was last Friday that I did that. So for me, that was me pushing myself to that next level.
Right.
Now that doesn't mean that everybody should be doing that. By the way, the endorphins or whatever that is, the chemical that released in my body lasted for about almost short of 3 hours afterwards.
Wow.
And that was exhilarating also. I've never felt that. I've never felt that feeling that long. And the adrenaline rush and just the pure, like, I felt like I could have fought Mike Tyson, and not that I would have won, but I would have at least hopped in the ring and gave it a try.
Absolutely.
But it was awesome. I challenge anybody out there that if you feel complacent, go do something. Go do something bold. Go get off the couch. Go find something to push yourself out of your comfort zone. So that's what I've been doing. And then I got back on Monday, and of course I got my Monday morning meetings, which is a staple around here. We do that. We've done 418 in a row. Think about that.
Yeah.
418 Monday morning meetings. I'm passionate about it. I'm actually disappointed that more leaders in our industry don't teach it or even try to attempt to do it. They all say it's too hard, and I love it, because when we first started doing it, we had about 8 people.
Yeah.
Now we have 168 people. So they tell me that it's easy to do with 8, and then some people say, oh, it's easy to do here. But really, it's never easy to do. You have to apply yourself, and you have to try to do it. By the way, that's what teaches the trust in your people, that they trust that you're in the trenches with them, is that you show up every Monday to give a message. So, by the way, I apologize. So here I am rattling on.
You're
the
great.
First 17 minutes, I'm just blabbing away. I'll shut up and let you be the host of the show.
No. You're great, man. We do Monday morning meetings here. Chris does them every single week. So we do take part in that. And man, sounds like you had a just a very fabulous past week, man. That's some really cool stuff. Jumping off of a 500-foot cliff in Moab with Josh ran sounds like an adventure.
Absolutely, hands down. I pinched myself that I had the opportunity to do it. And Josh, little does Josh know, he is such a good mentor to me, and he helps me feel strong and puts his confidence in me, and he believes in me. I believe in him, and I think that also works in business, is finding some good friends. With the Fence Academy, you get introduced to a ton of people with Mr. Fence Academy. I think all that, I am 100% on board with all of these networks, these groups. I'm a part of a group. We all need to be a part of something that we can go out and reach and have people pour into us.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I always preach that. I'm not too worried about which particular group you pick. Just pick one and get your tribe going, because you need that in business, and it can't be your everyday best friend that you grew up with. So you gotta have someone that's not scared to call you out on the rug.
So get this. So I go to jump, right, and I'm heading out there, and I showed videos to my kids of what I was doing, and my kids, my youngest, Ashley, she actually called Melanie, and she said, hey, can you tell Dad not to do this? and even some of my people here said, why are you doing this? What if something happens?
Right.
That's another lesson. You don't want to take advice from the people that are closest to you, because they want to protect you, and they want to, I removed the word family from around here. We don't call ourselves a family. We're a team, because most of my family, I don't get along with some of them. Mm-hmm. And by the way, most of the time we lie to our family, especially that newborn. You ever seen that one newborn that's born and you're like, oh my gosh, that's such an ugly baby. But you would never say that, would you?
No, never.
No, you would never say, damn it, that baby is up. Holy crap, that is ugly. You would never say that. That's because we have to be nice to our family. When we're in this business, this is a team. A team holds each other accountable. A team is not afraid to use straight talk. A team will extend trust and then receive trust from others. And we will inspire each other to do more. That's what we're here. That's what I want to build here. That's what our team is all about here, is we want to inspire each other to go get it. Go do more.
Yeah.
Don't let me hold you back. And by the way, I'm not going to bullshit you. When you're screwing up, I'm going to tell you. And I hope you tell me when I'm screwing up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, no, you're good, man. You're good, man. That's why I got you on.
I get so wound up over this stuff, and I don't even know why.
All right. Well, I feel like we skipped it, but for those who don't know, give us a little bit of background about yourself.
Well, I started a business in 2009. No, started my first business when I was 18 years old, 1990.
Okay.
By the time I was 29, I ran it straight into the ground, filed bankruptcy. I was a huge mess. Went into the work world, went into construction, became a general superintendent, started building big buildings, big sports complexes, figured out that I can build netting projects and I can build fence, because I had a netting and fence contractor that didn't show up to one of my jobs.
Right.
So I just called my PM. I said, hey, I'm going to do this myself. All the materials here, we're going to do it. We're out of time crunch. With that, I kind of like doing the netting. I kind of like doing the fencing. So now since 2006, when I was on that job, I've been doing netting ever since. And now we've done netting, sports construction all over the world. We've been from Puerto Rico to Hawaii, North Dakota to Lima, South America, and in Mexico, like all over the place. We've done netting. We've done netting from a 10-foot tall net up to a 156-foot tall net. So we've done it all. And that's kind of our niche. I love it. Tony Thornton wrote a book, and he added an extra element. It's what makes you different. Our niche is our netting. That's our netting. And then we do fencing along the way. We do a ton of fencing. We run several crews all over. Right now I got a crew in Colorado, Atlanta, Texas, Florida, upper state New York. I mean, we've got crews running all over because we have certain clients that we've hooked our what I did is I went out and tried to find a client that if I took really good care of them, they would just keep feeding me work, right? And I figured I only need 4 or 5 of those, and then I can spin everything else from there. So in 2009 we started Empire. 2014 I say I burned the boat. August 24th, 2:37 p.m. I got fired from my day job because Empire was a side hustle. And I went all in, and the rest of it's kind of history. I mean, we've got several businesses now. We have a powder coating facility. We have a fab shop. We have a sandblasting facility. We have the software mySalesman, which is, by the way, a complete 100% rewrite because a private equity firm took my code from me and wouldn't give it to me and wanted to charge me $500,000 and take me to court and I went through a whole bunch of heavy lifts. By the way, somebody said, wow, you had to really sacrifice. And I was like, sacrifice what? Right. Well, when that private equity firm took your code, you had to really sacrifice and you had to start all over. And I'm like, well, I didn't sacrifice anything, because when you sacrifice something, that means you do something for nothing in return, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how much better I am at in negotiating today than I was before that?
Right.
I had to go up against a $750 million company.
Oh, wow.
With 12 attorneys.
Yeah.
And I had to play hardball with them. At one point in time, they said, Matt, you will not win. And I said, hey, his name was Shaw. Shaw was his name. I said, hey, Shaw. I go, I think you said you're going to Israel to celebrate your faith, right? So I go, are you a Christian? He goes, yeah, I'm a Christian. I go, you do realize that David, not only did he knock Goliath down, but he cut his freaking head off.
Yep.
I go, dude, you're screwing with the wrong person. I will prevail. So I had to learn that confidence, right? And truth be told, I was scared shitless, man.
Yeah.
I was scared that I was going to lose this. By the way, I ended up having to do a rebuild, but I got all the data and the information I wanted so I could protect my clients. I paid a lot of money to get all of our data and to protect our clients. And then we did a rewrite. For anybody out there, if you want to get better at selling residential, pre-qualify your leads. It works. This software, by the way, you're a customer.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, I used to be. I mean, I'm with High Steel now, so I mean, we are a customer.
Yeah, I know High Steel. Those are my friends.
Heck yeah, it is. I'm in Chris's office right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Yeah. This is my little wall in Chris's office.
So get this. We were at FWA and in Vegas, and Chris and Josh came up to my room. Did they tell you about this?
Yeah, they didn't invite me.
Well, I apologize. I am telling you right now, that's the real magic of networking.
Yeah.
We had a great talk. And I would like to think Chris and I and Josh, we bonded that afternoon. We went up, we had a couple drinks. We sat in the room and just talked business and strategies. And I hope that I left there inspired. I think Chris poured into me. I poured into him. We both left there with full cups. That's what makes these shows better. Oh, there he is. There's Chris right there.
Speaking of the devil. Perfect timing, sir.
Chris, you had a good time, didn't you, bud? I learned a lot. Chris learned a lot. We poured into each other. We had a few. I'm a bourbon drinking, God-fearing, Jesus-loving, serial entrepreneur, Bronco enthusiast. That's my title.
I love how you threw the Bronco enthusiast at the end. That was awesome.
Dude, I love my Bronco. Everybody that knows me knows that if you want to hop in. So one time my buddy from Tulsa with Downs, Nathan Downs came up here, and he brought his Bronco, and he's like, "Hey, let's go rip." I'm like, "Okay." I take off across my pasture and across my property and up, and I jump, and he's like, "Wow!" We get back, and he's like, "Dude, I had no idea that you were going to go 60 across that field." He goes, "I've never done that crap before." And I'm like, "Dude, you said let's go rip.
Right?
If you want to rip, hold on." Because he goes, "Man, you were throwing rocks at me. You broke my windshield." I felt actually kind of bad. I did tear it up pretty good. But if you want me to go rip, I'll rip. Anyhow,
that's awesome.
I will tell you.
So real quick, while we're on this Bronco subject, there is a company here in Pensacola, Florida called Velocity Restorations. Okay. And if you're a Bronco enthusiast, I'm sure you've heard of it. And they basically build like the original Broncos, like by hand. They get like new frames, and then they update them, motors, suspension, all that.
I love
They are bad to the bone. They are bad to the bone.
They are expensive.
Yeah, they're like 90 grand.
Yeah. I love this. Chris says I learned more than I planned. Here's the other thing that's cool is when you get together and you get in that small group, you can tell like some family orientated secrets about your company, and then nobody else ever knows. So Chris and I have this like inside little joke, and we laughed. I think we laughed until we cried. Chris, I think you were literally crying. We're laughing so hard. So there's these bonds that we get to make when we go to these shows, and that's why you need to show up to them, and you need to find somebody and say, "Hey, let's get together," or man, I've got some questions. Can you help me with this heavy lift that I'm doing? Or, hey, can you help me get better at this? Or, right now I'm big in I'm trying to grow our company, the foundation, wider.
Okay.
Because I see where we're going, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to ever take on private equity money, and I don't want everything. So I'm investing. So everything that we have, I'm investing. I'm investing in land. I'm investing in some real estate. I'm doing a lot of things to invest because I need to maintain this 3-to-1 cash to debt ratio. By the way, I think the magic number is around that $3 of asset for every dollar of debt. And I don't believe that being 100% cash strong is always the best thing. You need to have a little bit of debt to show the banks that you can pay it off. But the other side of it, good times. Besides Matt telling me that he hates commission sales, Josh, I don't hate the individual. I hate the idea of it. I thought you were a rock star, Josh. But with that being said, I think that it takes away value from the guys out building the fence. Anyhow, that's just me. So I'm building. So just so you know, I'm trying to build my base a little bit bigger because I see where we're going, and like Empire's already stacking, right? So when you stack your company and you grow your company, you're adding maybe gate automation to your portfolio. You're adding residential to your commercial portfolio. You're adding so that's stacking this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we added powder coating. Well, that's horizontal growth, right? Because now we have another company, and when it adds, it stacks. Well, now we just added a it's not even really out there yet, but we just invested in buying a local automotive repair company here locally because we do have about 70 vehicles. So I thought this makes sense. We have 3 or 4 mechanics already. They want to sell. We're in a position to buy. They're locally owned. They've been here since the 90s. We love them. We use them. Why wouldn't we invest in a company that could feed back to us, plus take care of our community? So now we added that. So that's taking it going this way. Well, in order to build those companies going this way, you have to have a really wide foundation, meaning you have to have the ability to go to the bank to borrow money, to make capital improvements, to make to add another layer, to add another stackable. And by the way, growing your business is different than scaling your business, right? Those are two completely different things. And people often, by adding mySalesman, you're scaling. You're trying to do more with less. You're trying to add an automation to make it more valuable, or to make you more valuable, to get your RPP up, right? We talk about RPP, revenue per person. You need to be around that 300,000 per person. If you're not there, you're probably not that profitable. So you need to be looking at that. Now, if you're growing your business and you're adding people, you might drop down to like 275 or even 250 at a time, but you got to make sure by the end of the year or whenever you're going to use your measurable that you're coming out of there, not at a too steep of an incline, but at a nice hockey stick growth rate, right? That's what you want to do as you grow. Was that too much?
No, man, that was awesome. That was literally awesome.
This is my jam now. I'm
having fun, man. So
this is my passion. I love business.
Yeah.
I love culture. Yes. I love pouring into our people.
Yeah.
I love empowering our people. I love to see people win. I love to buy meals for people. I love to feed people, both figuratively and literally. I love it. It's my jam. With that being said, every once in a while, I have to go charge my batteries too.
Absolutely.
Which means go to Moab or Italy. I did also last month. I spent 17 days in Italy too. That was really cool too. Different experience. That was a vacation. Moab was more personal development driven.
Right. And those two should be separate always.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Well said. They always say in the airplane, if the oxygen mask drop, put yours on first.
Exactly.
I firmly believe you're right. We have to go put our oxygen mask on once in a while, and we have to take care of ourselves. Both. I believe that the number one thing is mentally. We have to keep our minds in check, and we have to keep our mind. Your mind can trick you into feeling like you're weak.
Yes. Very much so.
In that you don't have the confidence. So you have to go apply action to build confidence. You have to go do something. You have to go jump off of a cliff. You have to go spend 3 days in the desert with a good friend. You have to do these things, but you also sometimes have to just go unwind and relax. And that's what we did in Italy. And it was a great experience. But You're right. Well said. What else? So tell me about yourself.
All right. So my name is Billy Grove, and I've been in fence industry for now going on 7 years, 8 years, 7 years, somewhere around there. Owned one company, partnered in another company, parted ways. I no longer wanted to be an owner. I just want to do what I love, and that is build fence and teach people how to build fence and talk on this podcast once a week. So I made my move, and I'm with High Steel, Pensacola, Florida, right here on the Gulf Coast. If you're not finding me at a job site, you can probably find me fishing somewhere or hanging out with my wife and children on the weekends. So
I love it. Good for you, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's my
but isn't that important to know what you want in life and go get it?
Yes.
You knew that you didn't want to be a business owner. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, man. I knew I tried, and I gave it my all. I gave it more than my all, and it just got to the point where I had to be real with myself. I had to sit down and have that conversation with myself while I was out fishing one day, and just tell myself, like, you would probably be happier going to go work for someone. And I know Chris hates it when I say that, but it's just easier to say it. So go work with someone. So that's what I did. And my love for this was reborn. I had burned the candle at both ends for long enough, so to speak. And, I mean, every now and then everybody gets burnt out and you go through it, but I find myself getting over those burnouts within 1 to 2 days versus 2 to 3 weeks as I was in the past couple of years. So,
dude, I am so incredibly proud of what you just said. You should be. That is such a hard thing to do, man. Is to back yourself up and to look at yourself and have that tough conversation. I'm proud of you, man. That's awesome. That's heartfelt, genuine, right there, dude. So kudos to you. Yeah. A lot of people will fight that thing because they're scared of failure. And I always say, fail and fail fast and fail hard, so you can recover quicker. But in that token, man, I'm proud of you for saying that. Not, by the way, that means nothing other than another fellow fence guy that says, right, well done on recognizing that. And by the way, I will tell you, Chris Steele's a damn good human. He's a good son of a bitch, and I like that guy. And there's a lot of good people in this fence industry, and that's what I'm learning every day too. Is that it's a small industry, and we know a lot of people, right, Bill? You know a ton of people, especially as popular as you are with Mr. Fence Academy and the podcast, everything. I think it's great. Good job.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you. That means
a lot.
That means a lot to me. But real quick, we're gonna run to a commercial break. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Okay.
National Metal Industries, a family-owned business for 70-plus years, has grown to be recognized for their ability to deliver on not just privacy slats for fence, but all types of fence products. National Metal Industries has all the hardware and tools to get the fence professional in and out of their job with the most ease possible. You can count on National Metal Industries for the most convenient resources in fence products. Visit nmifence.com for more information. As we like to say, you can always pick it right at National. J.C. Gurry Signs and Decals has been a trusted name in the sign industry since 1949, with all manufacturing done in-house from start to finish right here in the USA. With 75 years in outdoor signage and roots dating back to the 1920s, J.C. Gurry specializes in durable, high-quality signs and decals. In-house screen printing since the 1970s ensures every product meets the highest standards. Visit jcgurry.com for more information. Every aluminum sign includes mylar lamination at no extra cost, extending product life in tough outdoor conditions. For unmatched quality and longevity, visit jcgurry.com. Struggling with a gate that drags on your sloped yard? Orlando Hinge Company has the solution, the Swan Hinge. Unlike standard hinges, the Swan Hinge lets double drive gates swing open smoothly up inclines, eliminating dragging and binding. Easy to install on vinyl, aluminum, wood, and chain link gates. It's built for durability and made to withstand the elements. And when your customer hears that, yes, their gates can work on a slope, you just made the sale. The Swan Hinge, designed by fencers for fencers. Made in the USA, lifetime warranty. Order today at swanhinge.com or email info@orlandohingecompany.com. The Swan Hinge, because every gate deserves to open smoothly.
All right, guys, we are back, and real quick, I do want to say go and check out those Swan Hinges, man. If I have to say anything, and I'm not picking a favorite one, man, them things really do work. I just got done installing a massive set of 6 5/8 Swan Hinges a couple weeks ago. It worked flawlessly with 6 inches of lift going uphill. I can't say enough about them. They honestly do work. If you guys are still struggling with that, go check them out. www.swanhinge.com. With that said, we are back to it. And yeah, nice little 3-minute commercial break. Give them some shout outs. And let's see. We got a couple comments to get to. Chris Steele over here says we need to get our asses up there for a Monday morning meeting.
You know, it's really cool, man. And by the way, I have invited people from all over. If you get here, I pick up your room, I pick up your meals, I take care of you from the time you land till the time you leave. I give you my word, I take care of you. And by the way, the entire industry is invited to come. And that's not a brag to come and say, "Oh, look what we're doing." Come and steal our ideas. Come and steal what we're doing, and then go home and make your own cookie. Because I that's all I've done.
Yeah.
Now the Monday morning meeting, I'd like to think I kind of came up with most of the idea of what we do. We deliver usually a leadership skill, a life skill, and a safety topic. And we try to make sure that we start a few minutes early, because that's how we teach accountability, that if you're on time, you're late.
Yep.
And then we're always done by like 7:20, 7:25. And then now we've gotten big enough that we have remote locations. So we actually have camera system. I have people running audio. We mic everybody up. The Zoom people can actually talk in. As you see this garage door right here, this goes out to our balcony that goes to our training center. So my office is actually just in a warehouse out in the middle, about a mile north of our headquarters. And I'm out here in an 80 by 100 building, and this building is all for just training. We bring all of our people in. We go over prints. We talk about leadership. We do John Maxwell masterminds. We do Stephen Covey mastermind. We do all that stuff out here. We even have a training coordinator now. So this is all anybody that wants to come see what we're doing, come check us out. Give us the sniff test. We'll give you a tour. By the way, once the meeting's over, we usually come up here. I have a desk here that's set up. I have a couple chairs here. You're free to ask me anything that we're doing. And I like to think that some of the stuff that we're doing is cutting edge in business.
Right. I
am not the fence technician that you or Sean or any of those people are. That's not me. Right. I'm a entrepreneur business nut. I just love growing our business.
And that's what you need to be as a business owner. I mean, a successful business owner is going to be better at running a business than they are building things. Not to say that you aren't good at it or anything, but
yeah, I love it when I have customers say, "I want you to build that fence," and I'm like, "Oh no, you don't. No, I know the guys that you do want, and it's not me. You don't want me there. I am not good at that anymore. I built my last fence in April of 2019. And I have not built a fence since. And they don't want me building fence. Matter of fact, they're like, no. You stay out of our way. Go away. But I will tell you this. My team knows that I've got their back and I'll jump in any trench with them at any given time. And I will not hesitate. I am a get it done kind of guy. And if there's a general contractor or a homeowner, anybody bullying our people or picking on our people or just being downright mean, I get very protective. I look at it as my job to be one of the protectors and to be willing to jump in the trench and help them at any given time. Now I haven't had to do that for a long time because they've got things under control. I've got good people. One of the philosophies I have, by the way, anybody out there, if you're trying to find good people, you should use this really cool app. I get nothing for it. I have nothing to do with this other than I did meet the owner because I'm really passionate about meeting the masterminds behind things that people that invent stuff. By the way, that's why I love Evan Gardner so much. Think his mind is absolutely fascinating. I am cheering for that guy behind the scenes. I want him to win.
Same.
Being said, there's a software out there called HireClick. And if you actually tell them you're friends of mySalesman, you'll get a discount.
Oh, there we go.
But
there we go.
HireClick is a really cool product that helps you hire people. And it helps manage your people that are coming in. It goes across all the platforms. It goes across Monster, LinkedIn, and it goes across all the different platforms. If you want to know more about it, reach out to Rachel at mySalesman. She can get you in touch with the right people. Or if you want to know more about mySalesman, I am telling you, I wish we could grow the mySalesman even more. We have a lot of customers. We need more. The fence industry, I think, is missing out. And I say that because it'll make you more efficient. It really will. It'll qualify. It'll get the tire kickers down the road. And by the way, in a down economy, you want to get people off the market quicker, then give them an idea of what the fence costs before you get there and get them off the market quicker. Go sell it. It works, folks. They know about what it's going to cost. And by the way, the range sets it up for you that if you come in towards the bottom of that range, they psychologically think it's a better deal. I don't understand why we don't have 2,000 customers at mySalesman. And the people that are using it are successful. Like it's there and it works. I don't understand this. So please call Rachel, Kelsey, and Grant. Try it. By the way, we charge you in the rears so you can use it for 30 days and then we don't charge you. And if you stop at day 29 and say it sucks, then we shut it off. It didn't cost you a dime, but you got to qualify some leads. I promise you, once you use it, you're going to fall in love with it. Anyhow, that's enough about that.
It's a great product. It's a very great product.
Thank you.
Very
Thank you
great
so
product.
much.
Yeah.
I put my heart and soul. You know what? The idea came because in 2010, I'm the guy that if it's raining on a Saturday, I go sell fence. There is nothing better than a rain day or a snow day to go sell fence.
Right.
It's the best day. One, my competitors aren't going to be out there because they're soft. I'm tougher than they are. Two, when you go out there and it's raining and you're pouring wet and Mrs. Jones says, "Oh, step on it," and you're like, "No, ma'am. I got to get home and help my family. I just wanted to drop off this quote," and you're kind of shivering a little bit. They know that you're probably going to show up and do a good job installing their fence if you're going to come on a rain day. You're probably going to sell that fence.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what I didn't like was when I would get there and it would be raining and I would say, "Well, Mrs. Jones, your fence is going to cost $2,700. And they're like, $2,700? I can't believe it costs that much. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm trying to make $250 or maybe 500 at the end of the day. That's it. If I blow one tire, I'm screwed on this deal.
Right. Right.
So I'm like, are you kidding me? So I thought, you know what? There's got to be a way to plant that seed in their head. And I started looking high and low. There was nothing out there. Nothing out there.
Yeah.
I went down to Miami to the Fence Tech show. I looked high and low. Nothing out there. So 2011, I partnered with a company, which was a big mistake because fast forward to 2025 and a private equity firm bought them and then I got screwed. But along the way, though, we qualified over $1 billion worth of leads for people annually. We do that annually to help people at least give an idea of what that fence costs before they get there. And that's literally where the idea came from. I just had a dream of saying, if they just knew that it was $3,000 when I got there, at least then I can say, hey, it's $2,950 and be just a little bit underneath that.
Right.
Maybe I can sell the fence and they already have an idea of what it is. That's where mySalesman came from. That's
awesome, man. Look, like I said, it's a great product. We use it here at High Steel, and it definitely keeps the tire kickers away for those of which is like 80% of our like clientele is on the internet, the computer, their phone, looking for somebody. So it's an awesome product. I have to say that.
Here's the other thing. Let me add one more thing. We make everybody go through it.
Mm-hmm.
And if they fight us on day one going through that, they're probably going to fight you on day 5, on day 9, on day 14, on day 27, and they're probably going to be a pain in your ass the entire way. Don't you want to qualify those people?
Right.
Or at least be able to charge them more so you can deal with their crap? Let's be honest. I've had a lot of pain in the ass customers, but we knew they were a pain in the butt before we got to them, so we just charged them more, and it makes getting that ass chewing for nothing a lot easier when you know you're making an extra $1,000 rather than $500.
Right. Absolutely,
we have a little thing that we call the pain in the ass fee. If we think you're going to be a pain in the ass, we mark it up. Sometimes it's $1,500, $2,000.
PETA, pain in the ass.
Yeah. So we do it. I don't know. I'm probably going to get chastised or picked on by the fence industry for saying that, but it's a fact. I think a lot more people do it than not.
I mean, it is what it is. I don't have. We got some good fam followers. So for the most part,
will be buying it.
All right, man. Well, we are coming up on time. Like, you got any closing thoughts for our viewers and listeners?
Well, first and foremost, if I blabbed on for an hour, I apologize. I did not mean to do that at all. I'm a passionate entrepreneur. I think anybody that really knows me knows that if you ever call me, if I don't answer, I'm going to text you back and I'm going to get back to people and I'm going to try to pour into others. I really do believe that when the Bible says you reap what you sow, I really do believe that. And if you look in the industry, those are the people out there that took advantage of others really do get what's coming to them.
Yep.
But those that pour into others and really try to help others also get what's coming to them, which is usually fruits of their labor. So with that being said, I hope I didn't rattle on. I hope I didn't bore anybody out there that's listening. I love what you're doing. I think it's great, man. And I want you to know that I'm cheering you on. I see all these different people. I know every single one of them, and I'm cheering them on. And I hope they can cheer me on, and that we can pour into each other. And I'm excited to see everybody at Fence Tech. I did miss FWA because I was in Italy, but I'll be there next year. But I love this. This is a great family of fence guys here that you're on your following.
Hell yeah, man. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your night to come on the show and drop some knowledge for those who are watching and listening. I very much appreciate it. You're more than welcome on anytime you want to. And
all you gotta do is ask, man. You know me. Well, matter of fact, when you text me, I was in Italy, and I'm like, hey, when I get back, though, we'll make this thing work. So if you ever want me back on, all you gotta do is ask, man. I'm an open book, and I love what we do.
Awesome. Well, hey, man, thank you again for coming on, and you have a wonderful rest of your night. Okay.
Sounds good, buddy.
Thank you, sir. All right, guys. I hope you guys picked up. Nope. Wrong one. There we go. So I hope you guys picked up some of the golden nuggets that Matt dropped. If not, you can go back and re-listen in our audio version, which will be dropped tonight. With that said, gonna be coming back to you guys next Tuesday with a solo show. So get ready. We're gonna break open the books. We're gonna talk about some real shit. on the fence line or in the business line, and we're going to get to it. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. Put some fence in the ground, collect some checks, and above all, be safe. See y'all next week.